Alright, let's jump right in here. I'm gonna go ahead and transition, and we are going to turn our music off because we don't need it. Today's stream, Fishing Planet, we are going to unlock the, I don't think it's in this, yeah, it's the upgraded version of the low decks. And that's what we're going for. It'll be in the item shop at home. Got about $8,500. I've been here for one day already. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to continue on what we were doing, which is farming up walleye. Pretty simple, very effective place to get some money, and that's what we're going to do. So hopefully we can get back to the Everglades here pretty soon. That's my goal today, is to get back to the Everglades. So yeah, it should be all right. All right. So yesterday, when I was here, I had been fishing during the night. Usually, when I come here, I fish during the night, and I was fishing a little bit around last night before bed, trying to do a little bit of testing, and fishing during the day has its perks as well. I've never really fished here during the day, but I think that's what we're going to do right now. We'll show you that we can catch walleye just as easily during the day. I'm using my my bottom rod with some minnows. Might be a little bit too big, our hook size anyway, so let's change up our hook size a little bit. Hopefully that's not too small. You can always look at the end of your line and see if your bait is too large or too small. See how I can see my minnow on the end, and you know, you can tell if it's too big. I mean, if it's too big, then they're not going to be able to hook it. So when I'm fishing here with my long rod or my bottom rod, I have a little marker out there. That's the edge of the deepest point right there. And I kind of throw it in between the marker and where I stand. I usually have my best luck around like 75 to 80. Anywhere in there is usually where I get my most fish, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 100. And we're going to set that down, and we're going to use our other rod and pull a narrow spoon through here. I have two narrow spoons. I have the 1/4 with a 1/0 and a 3/4 with a 3. And I never really get, I get bites on the 3/0 hook, but it seems like it doesn't actually hook them. I guess the hook is a little bit too big, which doesn't make any sense because the walleye are pretty large. But when it comes to nighttime, I'll show you and give you an example of what I mean by how it doesn't actually hook them. So we're going to go with our 1/0, and we're going to throw it at the same place, at the little marker I have, and we're just going to start there. I usually let it sink about almost to the bottom, but not all the way to the bottom. I just do this simple stop and go. I mean, this is one of those kind of lakes you really don't have to, you know, it's not Alberta or anything, and in most cases you'll hook up. But if I do use something a little bit too big, they won't hook necessarily. But yeah, we're gonna stream for a while today, I hope. I got some things I need to do here around the house, but those can wait till about 12. So around 12 o'clock is probably when we'll end, and it's pretty early now. I don't even think it's 10 o'clock yet. So we'll see how this goes. See if we can get something here, get something going. I might switch out to a different room, depending on how many people start coming in here. But I'll probably stay in here as well. I did a little bit of advertising, you know, to everybody catch our live stream. It looks like I need to move my recent sub list down a little bit because it's kind of interfering with my other information on my screen. So I'll go ahead and adjust that after this cast. And Yeah, I might increase my reel speed too. But we're gonna get to the Everglades today. I went ahead and purchased the rod in our last episode, and we just needed a reel. So what we'll do is we'll farm up, I don't know, at least a day. I'm already at 15 pounds now. This is probably a 2-pounder. We'll farm up today, the day we're in now, and into the night, and we might stay another day, and we might not. I don't know yet. So we'll see. I need to fix. There we go. See, we're getting them. I mean, I didn't. Every time I ever came here before, mostly on the PlayStation. It's rarely on the computer did I play then. That was, multiple years ago. Actually did not want to keep that. So let me fix my my stream label here. It's a little bit messed up. So we're gonna carry this down some. And carry that down a little bit. Our sub count, which we're doing really good on our subs. We'd like to try to get to 100 today. I think that would be wonderful. I did not want to keep that. Don't keep any chain pickerels. They're not worth the money. Especially if you're farming for walleye. That looks like it didn't help at all either. So I need to come down a little bit more. So let's go down just a little bit more. Actually, I'm just going to slide it really far down, I think. That way we know we're safe. It's kind of weird because every game I play, I almost have to change this. So, just, we got to deal with it right now. 1 second. There we go. Okay, I think that should be a little bit better. Alright, yeah, I mean that's pretty far down now. So what we'll do is we'll just continue on what we're doing instead of. See, I haven't gotten a bite on this one anytime soon. I'm gonna move this in a little bit. Never be afraid to adjust your equipment. I mean, if it lays there for 20 minutes and it doesn't get a bite, then obviously it's time to move it. There's no point in letting something sit for a while. Because if you let it sit, it's just a waste of time. That's something you don't want to do in this game. You don't want to waste time. Then what we'll do is we'll fish a little bit more during the day, and we're going to skip over to night, and we'll see the difference between day and night. If there is a difference. I mean, there should be. Because I used to always only catch them at night. Okay, see, we already got something on that. I moved it in just a little bit, and it's been what? Not even 2 minutes. That's what I mean. It's the little things, It's always the little things. So we're gonna pull this in. We're gonna throw it back to where it was. It was around like 75 or so, which is where I always have my luck. We're gonna do that. And we're going to clip our line this time too. So that way we know when we cast, we're always going to cast in the same spot. So we're going to go 78. We're going to clip it. And we're going to continue pulling this one in. Which hopefully we'll get a bite on this one as well. Oh, we can get 2 at one. That would be nice. 2 fish, 1 cast. That would be a good time. Does not look like we'll do that. Yeah, it's already getting too far. We'll go ahead and pull it in the rest of the way. And try a few more. We'll get up to 33 pounds during the day, and then we'll switch over to night and see if we can pick them up a little bit quicker. That would be a pretty good time. Now hopefully we can get to the Everglades soon. I missed it already. And this time when we go, we're gonna have, you know, I mean, the last 2 times we went, we did really well. We hardly made any of our money back when we went, but that, you know, it's okay. You know, we got to go on a new adventure. We got to go to a new lake. We got to enjoy the scenery. And this time when we go, we're gonna have some much better equipment. Maybe farming up enough to get a new keep net would be a pretty good idea too, but that'll add at least like 2 more days, and we don't want to do that. You know, we don't want to spend too much time there, but I also don't want to go there and then lose money. So it's kind of something you gotta. Right, these are biting really good during the day. I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh man, we got 2 on at once. Oh boy. This is always fun. Let's try to get this one in. Hopefully some of these guys here at this lake are catching this live stream and they can kind of see what to do here. Let's go ahead and get this in. Hopefully he doesn't get off. They do come off of these rods now. They used to not. They used to stay on indefinitely. These rods and rod holders, they would stay on. You could leave it sitting there for an hour and the fish would still be on there. And now, you know, they have a tendency to pop off. It's a really small one. It's less than 2 pounds. That's okay. See, now that we're clipped, when we hit our toggle aim, it shows us where we can throw. And you don't want to try to throw it when it's full like that, because it'll actually, you'll snap your line and your sinker and your bait will go flying and your string will break. So always try to pull it down to there. You know, you can just toggle it like this and try to get it close, and that's one thing you can do. Or you can do the typical, you know, aim technique. We're gonna let that sit, and we're gonna go ahead and catch a few more. We're up to 31, so 1 more, and we'll skip over to nighttime. We'll do a money check. We might wait another day. So let that sink to just about the bottom. Do a simple stop and go on it. I got it at double reel speed. And that's about it. That's all I really do. If it slows down, like if the fishing slows down and I'm not catching anything, I might change the retrieve speed. Especially if it's during a peak. If it's during a peak and I'm not catching anything, I usually change my retrieval speed. I cast it somewhere else. And those are really the only 2 things. I don't want to change anything else. You can do like the lift and drop method. You can do any method will work here. They're walleye. They're hungry. So we'll fish these out. We'll try to get 1 more. Yes. And if we can get 1 more, then we'll skip over to night and see if that's a little bit quicker. And then we'll go from there. Oh god. Okay, cool. So that's what we want. I don't think this is a walleye. Well, maybe. Maybe it is. So we'll reel these in, and then I'll reel in my other rod setup, because now we're up to 34. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and move. We'll bring this in and we'll wait till night, and we're gonna see if we can get a little bit better luck at nighttime. I mean, we're having really good. How much does a live setup bait cost? Live bait setup cost. It varies. you can do well on a level setup. Probably like 8,000 maybe? 8 to 10,000. I mean, I have a low level setup. I don't know if he's watching right now. Is he? I don't know. Let me ask him. Are you watching my stream? I'll show you my setup. Because my setup is actually a really low level setup. I think I have like a Creek Pro, and it only goes up to like 7.5 pounds. And I have, you know, a 7-pound reel, and it does fine as long as you set the drag. As long as you set the drag. What am I hung up on? Look at this. Okay. But we're gonna wait till nighttime, and I'll go over my setup, my low level setup. I use it for pretty much. I've used it at the Everglades. It's pretty simple. It's, you know, the 7.5 pound rod, which I think is like level 8 or 9, and the 7-pound reel, and I just lower my drag as I need to. Yeah, it takes a while sometimes. I don't know what's in the shop. Let's see, we're looking for a bottom rod. There's nothing in the shop here, so can't really show you anything in the shop here. But my rod setup is only like 7 pounds, 7 to 8 pounds. So we're gonna go to the same distance, 78. See if the forecast was really bad at night, so I didn't lay down my rod holder. I shouldn't have picked it up actually. We're gonna pull this back in, and before we lay this down, we're gonna look at our forecast, because our forecast is terrible tonight. There's really no peak at all, but we're gonna try to fish through it. I mean, it's gonna be slow. So what's tomorrow? See, tomorrow's a lot better. You know, you have two peaks there, and even during the day you have one peak. So really, if we have to, we will wait until tomorrow again. I don't want to, because it's just, you know, you burn your money. Why won't it let me place this? Wait, what? Okay. Where's my marker? Right there. I want to kind of aim it at my marker. And get back out our Creek Pro. I'm going to unclip it and just toss it out there and let it sit for a little while, and then adjust it as we fish. Being the forecast is so bad, I'm not going to try to, you know, go for gold on the first cast. We'll just let it sit where it is. Get out our other setup, which this setup is like a level 10 to 12 setup. It's fairly cheap. We're gonna do the same thing. Let it get close to the bottom. Do stop and go at double speed. And if it's too fast, or if we don't get anything, we will slow down our retrieval. And we're also gonna test out our other spoon. And I'll show you guys what I mean about the hook being too big. Even though, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me personally why they don't get hooked up on that one. Looks like we're not gonna get a bite this time. We're gonna slow down our speed a little bit. Let's get this in and slow it down one. Same thing. Okay, so we got a bite on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and cast that out and pick this up. Go ahead and reel this one in. And now that I cast that out, I don't have to cast that out when we go to pick it back up. But see, this is that 7-pound setup, and I have it almost full drag, and it caught a trophy. Crappy. That's interesting. So we're out too far. So we'll bring it in a little bit. Try again. Our hook might be too small too, which we'll try again here. Let's go ahead and go to 78. See how that works out. That's usually where I catch them. Even with a float setup, I catch them right there. Let's go ahead and work this one in. It's going to be slow because our forecast was really bad off. I should have checked it before I waited, but it's okay too. Got another one on there. I don't think that's a walleye. Might be. Okay, it is. It's a large walleye too. So this is an example on the 7-pound setup. I have almost to drag all the way up to full, and you know, I'm landing walleye here. And it brings them in. I mean, yeah, you get the one every now and then that'll give you a hard time, but that's fishing, you know. Because really, if you have this setup, like let's say you come here with a level 20, a fresh level 20 setup, and you're fishing, you're gonna lose XP. And you don't want to lose XP. I'm losing a little bit on this rig I have now, but that's just for Tom. You know, I need to be able to reel him in quickly. Looks like we're not going to get a bite this time either. So let's switch over our narrow spoon, and I'll show you guys what I mean. See, we have a narrow spoon here, 3/4, 3/0 hook. Wow, they are tearing this up. I like it. What we might do is, if I'm landing them this quick at 70, I might switch over to a float. I have a float set up as well. It's the same level as this, and yeah, it's, you know, we're killing it. 78 again, same spot. I have my marker out there. There's my marker. That's what I cast towards when I'm using my lure, and it's what I cast towards when I use my any other setup. I just throw at that marker. That might be too short. Alright, it's kind of okay. We'll leave it at 72 and see what happens. 72 might be too close. Well, let's go ahead and use this one. It's 3/0 hook, 3/4 ounce, narrow spoon. It's gonna sink a lot faster. It's gonna go straight to the bottom. So I try to catch it before then. See, it got a bite just then, but it's not hooking. And it got a bite just then. And I can cast this one a lot further. And this one's gonna sit on the bottom. Our reel speed is too low for the weight of the lure. So we'll increase our reel speed after we reel this one in. I don't like to adjust my reel speed while I'm reeling in. I kind of like to let it, you know, I just play it through basically. Usually right here is where I get most of my bites. We didn't get anything. 75 out from the dock is where you want to be. If anybody's watching that, hearing that, throw out 75 from the dock with a minnow. This is a nice one. Throw it out about 75 from the dock with a minnow, let it sit on the bottom, and, you know, you're in there. So we're going to throw this as far as we can. We're going to increase our reel speed 1 notch, like so. And we're going to start reeling as soon as it hits the water. See, it got another bite. It's going to get a lot of bites, but they're not hooking on this 3/0 hook. I'm assuming the hook is too big. That's the only thing it can be. You can throw out your bottom feeder to about 130. But the problem with that is you have a long way to reel in. And you don't want to do that. We might do that in on our next cast, and I'll kind of give you guys an example. Got a bite just then as well. So I missed, let's see. If you count up how many bites I've gotten, you know, let's say I've gotten 5 bites on this. So that's 5 fish I've lost because the hook is too big. If you're getting bites and they're not sticking, it's your hook. It's either too big or too little. I need to change that bottom. I need to move that bottom one. Because it's definitely not getting anything. So we're going to readjust that one to 78 after this cast. I mean, the game is an algorithm. That's it. That's all it is. It's all it has been forever. It's always been an algorithm. If you can get that algorithm down in each lake, like I got 2 fish on right now. If you can get the algorithm down each lake, you got it, no problem. So I'm gonna hurry up and get this, since they can get off of these lines now. Go ahead and reel this one in. This is another nice one. And even with the forecast as low as it was, we're still landing them, you know, left and right. So it's kind of cool. I have no live chat for some reason. Let me fix my chat in my stream. I don't have a chat, and I don't know why. Something is definitely going on here. Let's see, live chat. Enable live chat? Yeah. Save. I am not seeing any. I don't even have the option to. So let me go back. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be back in the game, and I'll be back on yeah, my live chat still is not working here. Let me open my Streamlabs and see if I have live chat there. Which I do. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, I can see you now. Yeah, I can see your chat now. Sorry, guys. Boogie Knight, hi, how's it going? Blaster SCN, yep, I see you now. Sorry, I didn't, for some reason it was not displaying my chat. So let me fix this up real quick. See what I can do. There we go. Alright, sorry, I'm here and I can see you guys now. I don't know what that was about. It happens. Trust me, there's a lot going on at one time when you're doing this kind of stuff. So we're down to 2 minnows. Can we buy them from the store? Because we're definitely going to need some more minnows. Yes, let's just scoop up 10 more of those and get back out there. Alright. So we're gonna go, I think we should go ahead and do the long cast here. Throw out to the deep point and see what see, we're at 199, which is really high. A lot higher than what we need. So we're gonna go out to, I don't know. And you can see up at the little display picture, you can see the bottom as well, which is kind of cool. Let's go to like 145. And then we'll see what that gets. I don't know if it's gonna work, because sometimes it does not. Sometimes it does. Alright, cool. So let's throw this out. Let it sink. almost to the bottom, and go from there, just like that. We're just going to pull it right across the bottom. Now that we have this smaller narrow spoon, we might actually have to slow down our reel speed, because you see how high it's coming up. Well, now it's going to come up high because we're close. So let's slow down our reel speed on this one. I'm going to do like 4 casts, and if I don't get any bites on the bottom rod, then I'll move it in a little bit. And we'll just keep pulling it in like 5 to 10 yards at a time, or 5 to 10 feet at a time, until we find a good spot. It's interesting, I caught one out that far. But we'll go ahead and pull this one in. This should be a good one. And we're going to be about full here. We'll go ahead and stay another day as well. I think that would be a good idea. And we got a trophy. Nice. And we'll see about it. Same thing, let it sink a little bit. Pull it in. Try to land what we need to. And now that I can see my chat, that makes me feel a lot better. I don't know why it's not displaying properly. Like if I go to my YouTube, to my Streamlabs or my streaming page on my YouTube, it won't display my chat. But with my streaming software open, it does. It's kind of like, you know, what is going on there? And I don't want to close anything, because that's when I really run into problems. How does the bell work? It rings. Did you play? I wonder if he placed it on his rod. Did you place it on your rod? Try to unequip, then re-equip. Guess that's how you say it. See if that fixes. Might be a bug. Yes. Do I reel right when the bell goes off? Yes. Speaking of bells, thanks for reminding me, by the way. We'll pull this in a little bit. We're going to go 135. Like that. And we'll just keep pulling that in a little bit at a time. I don't think we're going to get anything that far out. So we'll see. We will see. Almost at the bottom. Stop and go right across the bottom. Oh, I see. Yeah, you gotta, the line. If the line's not moving, then not. Oh, I got a bite in it. Oh, there we go. He had it the whole time. That was weird. If the line isn't moving, then there's nothing on there. Usually, by the time the bell goes off, by the time I can react, the line is already moving. So, but that's good. He got his answer. It's always good to see people get the answer they need. So we're making pretty good progress. We're up to 54 pounds. I'm not sure if we're gonna go ahead and wait another day or what we're gonna do. I don't want to go straight to the Everglades yet. We got to do a money check, and we still have this license for here that'll last a while. So I think what we'll do is we'll stay another day. We'll farm up some more. Oh yeah, they're biting now across the bottom. That's good. So let's move in our bottom. It's definitely out too far. No luck when it's out that far, I've noticed. So I'm gonna pull it all the way in to about our 75 mark. I think that's usually even our 79 mark. And we'll leave it right there. Let's see if we can land a couple more before we have to wait. Then we'll wait till next morning. We'll get our money, and then we will fish up a little bit more. I think it'd be pretty cool. It'll be nice to get a new reel. It's always nice to farm up and buy new equipment. I mean, that's what the game is about, you know. It's about getting that new stuff. You never want to go overboard and just buy a whole bunch of random things. I think I have one stream where at the end I blew through like $22,000. I don't advise doing that, but you know, and it's not hard to do in this game. Some of the stuff in this game is like way too expensive. You know, a $2,000 lure. We're gonna put away this rod now because we're up to 58 pounds. Actually, let's just do one more cast. I'm gonna show you guys the 75 setup. If you're in here and you're watching, then we got 4 people, so that's good. So reel it back into 75, 79-ish. And just let it sit, man, you know? And we gotta save some minnows for tomorrow. We're gonna pull this one in the rest of the way. See, I try to keep the stop and go going as far in as I can. And that way, because I've had them bite like right beside the dock. So it's kind of cool when you can land them like that close. They just kind of like fly right into your net. Literally. So let's pull this. See if we can catch, I don't know, 3, 6, 2. We need 3 more, at least. 3 to 4 more, and we will be good to go on waiting. Which will be nice. I might actually do a float setup one time too, just to kind of show you guys what I do on float here. Not a lot of people float fish here anymore, but it used to be really popular. Back in the day, let me tell you, back in my day, we float fished here. You would float or you would lure, and that's it. That was before we had these bottom feeders out. You would throw a float out there like 80, adjust the, find the bottom by adjusting the leader length, make it really long and just adjust it up from there. I want to say it's like 64 is the bottom. It'll tell you now, actually, on the bottom feeder. Tell you how deep it is. You just convert it, you know, from feet to inches or from meters to centimeters or whatever it may be. However you do your conversion. So he's talking about using a grub? Really? I mean, we'll investigate, right? I mean, that's what we do sometimes. I have a grub, I have a 2-inch. That's way too light. Oh, it's a third of an ounce, that will go nowhere. So never mind, we will not investigate that. And I'm not gonna spend money right now on a on a jig head. That one's a 1/4, it's a 2 hook. And then we'd have to get the bait, which is, he said, a grub, and there's none here. So we'll investigate that in a different episode. Let's try to fill up this cast net, because it's actually, the time is slowing down, or the forecast is slowing down. We don't want to continue staying here fishing during an off time. So let's just keep pulling this across the bottom. And sometimes you'll have people that are, you know, comment about how worried they are on what color lure they're using and all this other stuff. As long as you use the right type of lure with the right hook, it's just that algorithm. You know, the game's not going to look at it and be like, oh, that one's purple and I'd rather eat a yellow one, so I'm sorry. It's not going to care. It's going to be like, okay, you know, you're using a narrow spoon, so that box is checked. Alright, you have a 1 to 2 hook, so that box is checked. Are you fishing at a good time? That box is checked. That's all it does. It looks for you to complete certain tasks as part of that algorithm to catch that fish. Are you casting in the right spot? That's a big algorithm. Especially for catfish. That algorithm for catfish and casting in the right area is a big deal. They definitely want it a certain way. And, you know, you just have to do that. All the other little things aren't gonna matter at all. Like, I could use a purple one, and the person beside me can be using a blue one. As long as we're casting in the same spot and doing the same retrieval with the same size hook, we're gonna catch fish. It's irrelevant. Especially this low level. The only place that really matters, or where I think that really matters, is when you're using crankbaits in like Alaska on the river. I've noticed there they like the perch crank more than the silver or any other crank. And I don't know if that's still like that. That was years ago. And we are not getting anything. We have not had a bite in a while. So what we're gonna do, because we're gonna go ahead and wait. We're gonna be short 8 pounds. Oof, it's like $800. I don't know if I want to do that. You know, things that make you say, I got out my float rod here. We're gonna switch to small minnows. We're probably gonna have to change our hook size as well. So let's do that. Let's put a 1 on and go fishing. Our leader is currently set to adjust my leader for some reason. 64, so we're gonna leave it at 64. We're gonna throw it at our little target, and we're gonna see if, okay, it's not, okay, cool. 64 might be too shallow. But we're gonna leave it sit here for a minute. We'll see what we get. Just to see if we catch anything. Maybe talk in the chat a little bit too. Oh, see, we got a little nibble. So we're gonna see if he's gonna take that, and he did. So we're gonna reel this in. Now I have not used this rod and reel since Lone Star. So obviously my string is very weak. So maybe we'll switch our string out. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch our string out, obviously. I mean, at least I'll get full XP, because XP is based off of the string you're using. It's a nice walleye. So let's go into our thing here. Let's see what string we are using. Well, we're using 8 pound, and we can hold 8 pounds. So I mean, our string is good. We're not gonna put any of this 10 pound on. So let's do that again. That was pretty nice. That was a good catch. Now what you can do is when you catch something like that, you can open up your little map here. You can hit marking mode and set mark for last fish. And now we're just gonna throw it at that mark. Basically all we're gonna do. So we're gonna throw this one at that mark. We're not gonna change our leader depth. It's at 64. We're gonna hit that mark right on. It was pretty nice. I'm gonna switch this out. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna pull this one in. We're using the same bait. And I think we're using a different size hook. So let's switch our hook. Bam. Go back. We're gonna throw it in the same place. Like this. It looks like my float is actually sitting on its side, which is kind of weird. So we'll see. And it is not. Okay. Now we're just gonna hold. We're just gonna hold right here. We're gonna hold the line. This is a slower setup. I don't really like doing this. Pull in our slack as well. Because, you know, I'm sitting here with nothing to do. I like it when I'm using the lure. Because it feels like I'm doing something. When I'm not using the lure, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. We'll leave after this next fish as well. I think this next fish will put us pretty close to where we need to be. Hopefully. So we'll just sit here for a minute. If we don't get anything by, I don't know, it's 10:51 in game. If we don't get anything by 10:55 in game, we'll move on. We'll go ahead and wait till tomorrow. Because really, there's no point in just sitting here. Sitting here and sitting here. It's not what I recommend. I would never just sit here on a lake unless I didn't have the money, or if I just got here, like let's say I just got here, I'm already kind of broke, you know, I don't have enough really money to wait till the next day, then you don't have a choice. But if you're sitting, I mean, we're at 61 pounds, we can only hold 5 more, and that's pretty much it. I mean, everybody's getting bites around me, which is good. Good for them. Like that guy right there, he just landed something nice on his other rod. So that's cool. Hopefully he gets that. We'll have to see. He's doing a switch out right now. And bottom fishing is easy. I agree. It is. Bottom fishing is pretty fun. I'm glad. I'm glad they implemented the bottom feeders into the game. I think it's nice that, you know, you have an option. You have more options than what you used to have. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull all this in, like so. we're gonna wait till in the morning. Make sure you pick up your rod stand. I've probably lost 5 rod stands in this game for not getting them. And let's check our inventory. We are exactly $5,300, which is great. We're gonna go ahead and go back, and we're gonna press square, or if you're on keyboard and mouse, I don't know the button. We're gonna wait straight till next morning, and we're gonna extend our stay. And we're gonna pause it. Well, you can't pause it in this game, but I think what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take 5 real quick, and then we'll come back and go again. Try to fill up one more time. What time is it right now? Where's my clock? Where's my clock? It is 10:12, so that's nice. It's pretty early. Actually, really early. So I'm gonna take 5 real quick. I'll turn the music on. I'll transition my screen. I'm gonna take a couple minutes, go get something to drink, have a cigarette real quick, and we'll come back and do some more. So let me switch my scene here and fix my clock. Where is my clock, by the way? Yeah, we'll continue on here, and we'll try to get. Whoa, I did not want to open that. We'll try to fill up our stuff. Let's see, it's 10:13, so we're gonna go to 10:19. We'll return soon, and we'll be right back. Yeah, 5 minutes, not bad. I won't be 5 minutes. I usually never am. So I'm gonna step away for a minute, and if you guys are new, go ahead and hit the sub button for me. Sign into chat. Why is my chat not working? I do not understand it. Like at all. Like I can't even see it. I don't know. I'm gonna close this window and I'm gonna reopen it. Let's see what the problem is here while we take our break. Yeah, enable live chat. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's a bug with this video. They happen. Hey, still no live chat. Okay, there we go. I got chat now. Alright, so let me leave a message in the chat here, and we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we are back here. I'm gonna make a little macro real quick for this. So just give me one. This will be interesting. I've never made one of these. Alright, perfect. So let me see if this works. We don't know, but we are gonna give it one heck of a try. Alright, so let's switch back over to our scene and let's get back into the game. What we're gonna do, let me turn the music off. Gotta get that music going. That's just, oof, it's tough. It's tough music right there. So we will go back here to a random room. We're gonna go fishing and we're gonna travel. We're gonna blast our macro out there and hopefully we'll pick up, some more subs. That's what it's about today. It's about them subs. We need, we need to get to 100. That's something I'm really, really looking forward to. And I think it'll be a nice, it'll be nice if we can do that. All right. So let's see if this works. It does. Alright, cool. So let's do what we were doing. We're gonna set up our rod holder. We're gonna look for our markers. And we are going to throw at our marker. Now this, our first start, let's change our hook size as well. Now let's check our forecast. Our forecast isn't good until 11. So we're gonna go ahead and wait till 11. I'm gonna skip that for a coin. Those are easy to get. One coin is not that big of a deal to me. Go ahead. Oh, it looks so much better too. We're gonna go with the 75. Oh, we didn't change our hook. Perfect. Right. I don't want to use too big of a hook. Might be, be a bad time if we use too big of a hook. We're gonna go for our 75 mark where we have been fishing. 75, 79, somewhere between there. Let's set that in. Get out our 8'2" with our narrow spoon, and we're just gonna go ahead and see if we can catch a couple during the day. So let it sink like usual. I like to kind of tap it every now and then as it sinks, so that way if anything does bite as it's descending, we'll land it. Like I got a bite just then, so that's nice. There we go. We have to be careful with the small minnows because we will catch crappie and pike. So hopefully we won't have to deal with any of that. This should be a walleye. That'll be a good way to start the day. It's a wonderful way to start the day. Day 3 here. You can only fish at a lake for 3 days, and it'll kick you back to home. So go ahead and pull these in. Give it a little tap to kind of get the stop and go started, and then just go ahead with a full stop and go. And I'm going to see where I get my next bite, and then that's where we're going to throw our bottom feeder. I'm going to pay attention to how far I am out. 84. Alright, so we're going to throw our bottom feeder out to 84. We've already landed 2. This one's pretty large, and we'll change our hook size as well. We'll go with the hook one and throw it out to 84. This is a trophy, I would assume. I'm not sure. It's definitely giving us a good show, so that's awesome. It is a trophy chain pickerel. We're not going to keep that. We have to be careful catching those. So we did what? Oh, okay. Interesting. Got a little reward for that. I'm gonna try again. Hopefully we won't land another chain pickerel. If we do, we're gonna do something a little bit different. Let's try mid-depth. Usually when I first get here, I always test a few things. I see where they're biting, I see the distance they're biting, I see the depth they're biting, and I see what they're biting on. Now we have 2 on right now. So we're going to hurry up and get this one in, and then we're going to land the other one. I think that's another, oh no, that's a walleye. Awesome. So let's get this. Hopefully it won't get off. Sometimes they do get off. You just have to, this might be crappy, actually. Sorry dude, I don't mean to like get all in your way and everything. What is this? Walleye, perfect. Alright, so we're going to go with 84. So I'm just going to throw it out kind of far. And then I'm going to pull into 84. Because that's where we landed the last one. Let's go with like 87. We're going to let that sit. I have a feeling we're going to fill up pretty quick today. Which is good, because that means we'll get right to the Everglades. That's our goal, to get our low decks. We already have the rod. We have all the lures we need. We have all the bait we need. So we're going to try to get straight to the Everglades today. That's going to be our goal. I do want to end this stream at the Everglades. So we'll see how that goes. It's still kind of early in the day too. It's only like 10 in the morning here. 10:30. Somewhere around there. Got it. Awesome. It's another nice fish. We got him at our 70 mark. So it seems like they're biting between 85 and I want to say like 71. So we'll see if we get anything on our bottom rod. Let's sink. I'm going to tap it a couple times just to get the stop and go started, just in case something wants to bite it while it's sinking. Here we go. See if we can land another one of those nice ones. We've been catching 3-pounders the whole time. So we might actually get a trophy as the day progresses. That would be nice. Like 3 or 4 trophies. That would be great. Got another one. Awesome. We call him kind of close. We call him around, I don't know, it's probably like 65. So now that we've caught 2 or 3 off of this, and we have had no bites on this other one, we're going to adjust it. Always adjust your equipment. Never let it sit. It would be a waste to just let it sit there. So we're going to go with like 75. I think would be a good setup there. Alright. Same thing. We're just going to go through this rotation here. Awesome. Same thing, stop and go. Not on the bottom, but pretty close to it. That's it. This works at nighttime, this works during the day. It's always worked for me. I used to do the lift and the drop. That used to be really popular at the time. It was hard to master too, really hard to get good at. One second, people. Oh, walleye. It's like a button combination, you know, with left trigger and right trigger and left trigger and right trigger, and it got to a point to where it was kind of frustrating to do, and this is just a lot easier. Just tap the trigger. That's pretty much it, you know, nothing special. Near the bottom again, and we got another one. This one is a little bit smaller. I don't know if this one is actually a walleye. It's something different here. What is this? Trophy yellow perch. We're gonna release that. Same thing. Same place. All that good stuff. Sink. We might start catching more variety of fish as well. So since the forecast is on the way up, you know, you have a tendency to catch a lot more variety. So you have to kind of play the forecast to suit your needs. Wow, it's interesting. Young northern pike. Huh. It's the first one of those I've ever caught from here on the computer. We're just gonna let that one go. That's what I meant about variety. Variety is gonna pick up. Okay, so we got something on here. I'm gonna let that cast sit. I'm not gonna reel that in, but I will reel this in. Which just seems like a pretty good sized fish. It took a while, but we got one. I don't know if we want to change our hook size on this, so let's do that. Also, let me move this over, close that, and that. There we go. Alright, let's go back in here. See, we're still at pretty low on our peak. I mean, really, it doesn't get good around 2 o'clock, and at this rate, we'll be full by then. So let's go ahead and throw out where we were. We have 7 minnows left. We increased our hook size, so hopefully we'll land a little bit larger ones, because I think that one was only like a pound, and that to me is just, you know, what are you gonna do with a pound? You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and pull this one in. This one's already casted out, so yeah, this one's gonna bounce across the bottom, and it is what it is. Just gonna have to deal with it. Which I did get a bite, which was weird. It was seriously just pulling across the bottom and it got a bite. Got another bite just then and I missed it. It's a shame. Got another bite and I missed that one too. It's weird. Alright. Move up close. Throw it in the same spot. I always try to throw it in the same spot. If you get bored, you can always, you know, try to throw it in different spots. But in most cases, you can always throw it in the same place. Hopefully we'll land one this time. It does not look like we're going to. It happens. I mean, if you caught a fish every cast, it wouldn't be any fun, would it? You know? I mean, it would be, but where would be the fun in that? Um, anyway. Let's get back out there. See, this one's not really getting anything, so we're gonna let it sit one more cast. And we're gonna try to land us something. It's that one. If I keep getting bites out there around 100, I'm gonna move our bottom feeder to around 100. Possibly. There we go. That's a good one. Yep. This might be a trophy. We're moving into trophy times, so see if we get a trophy here, which we did not. 3 pounds isn't bad though. I mean, that's a pretty good sized fish. 3.3 for a walleye. I think they cap out at like 5.07 or something like that on the lake, so you can't catch anything bigger than that on here. I think my largest is like 0.068. So I was like right there. You know, I was only 0.02 away from the cap. So, which is about 2.5 kilograms is the cap. A little over 2.5 kilograms, or a little over 5.0. Here we go. Alright, we finally landed something on this one. I think what we'll do is we'll move this one further out after we reel in this. Looks like this is a large one, so that's good. Let's go ahead and try to get this one in. Which is great, we got one here. Let's see what this is. Just a regular walleye. So we're gonna move this out to around 95. I'm gonna throw it at our mark there. See how far out our mark actually is? 146. Wow, that's pretty far. Let's pull this in. And we're gonna go like 90, I don't know, 95. And we'll leave it there. And pull it in a little bit as we go. This one I'm just gonna go ahead and restart. Awesome. Now hopefully we can get, I mean, we're pretty close. We'll definitely be in the Everglades here pretty soon, which will be nice. Very nice. Can't wait to catch some of them trophies. I think my last Everglades video, I had a total of like 16 trophies and 2 uniques, which, you know, that's killing it. That's, I'm getting all these bites and I'm missing them, but that's killing it. We walked out of there with a lot of money, but it took a lot of money to get there, and it took a lot of money to get the license and all that. Alright, we'll keep that one. And keep on keeping on here. If we get another bite on this, I'm going to reel in our bottom feeder about 10 feet. And we got another bite, but I didn't land it. And I got another bite. I think those are really small fish biting it. It's only thing I could think of. Why else? You know, why else would they bite it but not hook? Unless they're large. Unless they're large walleye, and it's just the hook is too small. So I'll test something right after this. I'm gonna try something to see if it still works. It used to work, where you put a nighttime lure on your reel during the day, or on your line during the day, and you still catch fish. I don't know if they fixed that. See, we got this 3/4 narrow spoon with a 3/0 hook. It's a little bit larger, and we're gonna try that. See if it's just large fish biting, or something like that. And this one's heavier, so we're gonna have to kind of finagle it a little bit more. I'm gonna turn up my reel speed. Try to keep it around the same area. See if we can land anything. This would kind of be funny if we actually do. We're gonna catch. See, I'm getting bites again. We're gonna catch, you know, fish on a glowing lure during the day. Be kind of different. We'll try a couple casts with it. I'm not gonna put it away after the first cast. Do like 2 or 3. See what happens. Let's go ahead and adjust our bottom feeder as well. I want to pull it in. I think it's at like 90 something right now. We're gonna pull it in to 85 or 87 because you're gonna lose 2 when you set it down. I lost 3 when I set it down that time, and we're gonna throw this 3/4 out as far as we can. That wasn't as far as I could, but that's okay. See if we can land something on this glowing lure in the middle of the day. Maybe it's murky water. We don't know. See, I got another bite there. I'm getting bites on it. Just they're not. There we go. We hooked up that time. So we'll see what this is. Definitely interesting to catch it on a glowing. Oh, it's a chain pickerel. We do not want that. We're gonna throw that out. We're gonna try again. We might go ahead and wait till nighttime also. See if we can go ahead and fill up real quick at night so we can get to the Everglades. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because we're getting these bites, and we've caught, I think, 4 fish that were not walleye, and I'm still getting bites, but nothing's holding. And I'm pretty sure it's this lure. So let's switch lures again. It worked, but it didn't work for us. And that's okay. That's fishing, you know. That's all fishing is about. Trying different things, seeing what works, see what doesn't. I mean, but the gold standard here is nighttime, narrow spoon, stop and go or lift and drop, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can come here with. I'm gonna hook my PlayStation account up. I'll be in a couple weeks. I'm gonna stream one time from my PlayStation. I'll show you guys my account and all the things I have on it. And Yeah, I think that'll be a nice little change of pace as well. So we can go anywhere on that account. So we'll see. Look at the competition at the Everglades. That sounds nice. But anyway, let's go ahead and catch a few more. And we're gonna wait till nighttime. Because we'll fill up overnight. We don't have to fish here during the day. Can't tell if the sky is moving or not. I guess it is. I don't know. Looks like it is. Maybe it's optical illusion. Alright, so let's go ahead and wait till night. We're not going to continue fishing during the day with not knowing what we will catch and what we won't catch. That makes sense. Alright. So let's change our room too. I like to kind of bounce around rooms. I always go to new private room. That way it kicks me back to the lobby basically. So we'll travel back to the lobby. Still traveling. Alright. So now we're back in pretty much the lobby. And we'll go ahead and wait. We have to spend another coin. So before we do that, let's go ahead and check our forecast. So yeah, at 9. I mean, we'll go ahead and wait till 9, and then we have a little portion where it's not very good, but we'll see. We'll see. Gonna do a quick ad real quick, like a bam, and then we're going to go ahead and wait until night, like so. Then we're going to go ahead and do some fishing. We're going to go, it will fill up here. I think we'll fill up before the end of the peak. I mean, it didn't even sink all the way that time, and we already have one, so I think this will go pretty quick. I'm not gonna use my bottom feeder when we're at the peak, because it'll just you won't be able to keep up with it. I'm gonna see how this will go, and then we'll use our bottom. Like, we caught a trophy there. Let's see if we can do that again. And see what happens. I'm gonna tap it once or twice just to get it stopping. See, it didn't even sink all the way again. So that's good. So we can get another trophy. Doubtful, but we'll see. Alright, that's pretty good. Same thing, same spot. Pull it, kind of bounce it as, like, get the stop and go started as it's going down. But you're only losing like just very, very little. There we go. Yep. And this is what I meant about not using the bottom feeder. I'm not going to use the bottom feeder when every cast is going to be, you know, something like this, you know what I mean? Where every cast is going to be a fish. I don't even think that's a walleye. That is not a walleye. That is a trophy chain pickle. We're gonna let that go. And same thing. Let it sink. Bounce to stop and go a couple times. Go ahead and get this net filled up. That's the goal here. Got another one hooked up. Just waiting that little bit makes such a difference. That's all it's about, those little things. Same thing. Just stop and go start it as it sinks. Let it get pretty low and then continue on and hook it up again. Pretty easy. We'll fill up pretty quick now. And then we'll head to the Everglades. We'll go buy our reel and we'll see how much money we have left. Because we do have... Alright, cool. Level 23. Not really going to go through all this. Let's see what we have though. Yeah. Nothing special for now. We got one coin back, so that's good. And we should hook up again here pretty soon. Should put like a fish counter on the screen. Go up how many we've caught already. Maybe we'll do that in one of our other streams. I'll set up some kind of counter to where every time we catch one, you know, it makes a little tick, and especially at somewhere like the Everglades, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how we would do that because I don't think there's any programs out right now that'll keep up with something like that. I'll have to look into it. Oh, we didn't catch nothing that time, so that's interesting. Go ahead and move to there. Oh, nothing there. Got a bite, but nothing took, so that's okay. Got him that time. Let's pull this one in, yeah? Awesome. Get our stop and go started as it's sinking. I'm gonna try the different lure now that it's nighttime. We'll see if that makes a difference. I don't think it will. But we'll try it. It does go a little bit further, so that might actually make a difference. I mean, we're catching them pretty good right now though, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But I do want to try it out to see if we still have the same result, where we're getting like bites, but nothing is actually it's actually taking. So let's do that. See if we can throw a lot further with this. So that's what we'll do. To increase our real speed with this one as well. Yep, I got something. 140 yards out. Wow. That is way out there. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna assume it's a walleye. It hadn't even sank all the way yet. It's crazy. Yep, looks like a walleye. It is a walleye. Let's do that again. Give it a couple taps just to get it started. See, this one sinks a lot faster. So we might actually have to start the stop and go as soon as it hits the water. But I'm not sure yet. Definitely hooking up a lot better with this one, I think. So maybe changing it was a good thing. I wasn't gonna change it, but definitely getting, yeah, cool. Very cool. So let's sink. I don't want to let it sink too much. I think I did, actually. I'm sitting here reading the chat on the game, and you could literally sit here and not fish and just answer chat questions all day. Especially if you go to Lone Star. Like, I think one day we'll have to do that. We'll have to do like a chat special where we just sit at Lone Star Lake and we just read the chat. It's crazy. Some of the questions that will be asked, which these are understandable questions. You know, they're asking where to fish and stuff like that, depth and everything. Which, I mean, they could be learning all that on the stream. But at the same time, you go to Lone Star Lake and it's like just crazy questions, you know, which everybody's new. I'm not trying to say that, you know, people are bad players, but a lot of the questions that get asked are already answered by just playing the game. Trial and error, stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, the game's basic. There are some complicated points, but for the most part, it's fairly simple, straightforward. So let's see, we're about an hour and 42 in. Hopefully we can get to the Everglades or get our upgrade to get to the Everglades. We'll see if we have time to go to the Everglades as well. We'll see what happens. Looks like it's slowing down, which it shouldn't be slowing down. So we'll try a couple more casts and we'll change our lure. We're already up to 57 pounds. I mean, we filled up really quick in a very short amount of time. Let's do our old technique where we just kind of get the stop and go started. And we'll pull it across the bottom. Seems like it's slowing down just enough to where we might go ahead and cast out our bottom rod. I think is what we're gonna do. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Slowing down that much, it's a good time to get this out. You have to be careful when you place this sometimes because it will glitch you through the dock. You don't want that. I mean, really all you have to do is just back up and it'll reset you, but still. We're going to throw out and then we're going to bring it in. I might leave it there. Yeah, we're going to leave it right there for now. See what happens. We get this back out and we're going to switch our lure back to what we were using. We're going to try that. We're going to change things up. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to make a couple changes. You'll notice a difference. Sometimes. Sometimes this won't make any difference at all. You just have to, you know, deal with it. Just wait it out. But it definitely should not be slowing down already. Alright. Definitely pretty slow. Wow. Slowed down a lot. I don't know if we want to check our forecast. I don't think. I mean, we're on the downward slope, but not as much as it seems. We only need a little bit. I don't know if waiting is going to charge us. It won't let me wait right now because we'll cast it out. So let's try to see if we can land one here. What are we at? 57 pounds? Wow. So close. They're talking about the boss fishes on the lake. Yeah, that's a new kind of thing. I mean, not really new. It's new to me. It's like each lake has like a specific fish you can catch. And it's like the boss of the lake, you know. I mean, it's kind of neat what they did. But at the same time, they have the algorithm to where it's nearly impossible to catch. I mean, people are like fishing for, you know, 3 or 4 days straight. Not literally, but figuratively speaking, you know, they get on for a couple hours each day and that's all they do is try to catch it. And I think that's a little, I'm not saying it should be every pass you should catch it, but at least make it to where people can actually catch the thing. That's why I'm not really messing with it right now. I might in the future when I get past the Everglades and we move on to Michigan, I might bounce back here and go ahead and do the one at Lone Star and do all the ones that are the lower level ones that won't cost that much to go to the lake. And you have to, yeah, there's a challenge you have to do at the first lake to get the line. And yeah, they made it to where it's like a 12-step program, and in the end you're still waiting, you know, 4 hours to even catch the thing after you went through all the steps. So it's kind of, I don't know, but that's Fishing Planet for you. I mean, that's how they've always been. And I'm sure there's a DLC you can buy to help you, you know, catch it. So they probably have like the monster pack where it's, you know, everything you need to catch it. I'm sure that's their #1 selling item. That's how they've always been. They've always been that way. I mean, that's how they make their money. It is a free game. I think Halloween, any real holiday like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, there's always a pack. There's always an event in the game. And then there's always a pack that coincides with that event that gives you everything you need to complete the event. I mean, to me, that's borderline extortion. There's a difference between, you know, having it available in the shop that you can spend, you know, the money you've earned in the game to buy the items, compared to give me $12 and I'll give you what you need. I just don't think that's right. What's the difference between that and, you know, the gambling loot crates back in Call of Duty where they got that law, or was it Halo? I think it was Halo. It was either Halo or Call of Duty. Wait, no, it was Star Wars. It was a Star Wars game, and EA was selling packs you could buy for real money, like a couple dollars each, but it was random what was in it. You never knew what you were getting, and a lot of people started complaining. I mean, I would have. I would have spent, let's say, $50 and I got a bunch of gray items that are crap. I would be kind of pissed off. And they stopped doing that, and they actually made it illegal too. So we're full again. So let's go ahead and reel this in. We did not get any bites on this. That is a shame. I think we have enough money to go purchase our upgrade. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and skip to in the morning. We've been here 3 days. We cannot stay another day, so we have to go home. So, well, it says extend, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna go ahead and go home. We made 5,700 this day, and in total, let's see how much our total earnings were. It should be pretty high. It should be around 17,000, which is more than enough to get what we needed. And hopefully it'll be enough to go ahead and get us into the Everglades. We've been live for about almost 2 hours now, so that's kind of good. It's 11 o'clock, and we made $16,814. If we would have premium, we would have made $25,000. We did get a challenge complete, so we're gonna close. We now have 20,000. So let's go buy us a new reel. I'm thinking I'm going to keep this spin rod equipped, and I'm definitely going to keep my bottom rod equipped. I'm going to unequip my float rod. Get rid of that too. I'm not going to use that. And we can go ahead and put all the float items home. Keep those. We can use these on our bottom item, and we're not going to be able to use these anymore. Actually, we can keep that. But this jig head we can't use anymore. It's too light. This casting spoon, oof. I think we'll keep it for now. I don't know what's up with this stuff. Just gonna go that away. I'm not really concerned about it right now. And I think that's it. Our inventory looks pretty good. We're only at 16 slots. Let's go to the shop. And we're gonna go to, oh, actually let's go back to our inventory. And it's our Argo right there. That's our new rod. Goes up to 13 pounds. Let's go into shop. Let's go ahead and look at our cast reels. I wanted the Lodex. We have this one for 10,000 and it goes up to 15 pounds and we don't need that. That's 12.1. What kind of lines are available to use? So what kind of lines we have? We have a 12-pound line there. We have a 15-pound line there, which will match our rod, but our rod cannot handle that. So, what kind of braid line do we have, which is a little bit more expensive, but a lot more sturdy. And that's a 13, so that's not bad. But our reel can't go up to 13, and it's 2,100 for that. Comparison to, you know, 370. I think we're gonna go with this 12-pound test. So we're gonna buy that. We're gonna go to our cast reels. We have a 15 and a 12.1 and an 11 and a 10. I think we're gonna go with this Lodex right here. We're gonna buy that. We're gonna go ahead and equip this. Bam, beautiful, beautiful. String on, cut that. Our lure weight is pretty good, so we're gonna do a. I don't know if we can. That might be too. Yeah, it's too light. Let's do that. All right. That's our new setup right there. 12-pound setup. It should be able to handle all the bass, no problem. And we have 10,000 left. Now, we might go to North Carolina. Because the Everglades is 7,500 to get there. And in the shop, it is the license is another 4,000, which is 11,500, which is more than what we have. So we have two options. We can go back to Emerald Lake, or we can go down here to catch some bass here. I don't want to go back to Emerald Lake, but I also don't want to go and spend more, because we'd have to buy a license for here, and it's 1,100, so it would cost us 4,400 compared to 3,000. So we're just gonna go back to Emerald Lake, and we're gonna fish up a few more walleye, enough to get like 15,000. And then I think we're going to end it there. We did get our upgrade, which is what we wanted. And we get to test out our new upgrade as well. So that's kind of fun. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's put on our arrow spoon. We're going to have to use this one. Let's check our forecast, because we might go ahead and wait till night, which is what we're going to do. Let's go fishing. And we're gonna wait till nighttime. I'm gonna take a quick 5 as well. About 2 hours in. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll take a quick 5. Let's go ahead and get one cast in to see what we can do. Then I'll take a quick 5. We'll farm up a little bit of more money, probably another day's worth of money, because we're getting about 5,700 a day. Oh yeah, look at their drag setting now. Look at that. So now, to do the math on your drag setting, you count how many loops there are. So there's, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 loops. I call it loops, it's just settings. We have 8 of those. The rod can hold, or the reel's max drag is 12 pounds. So you divide those together. You divide 8 into 12, and that'll give you exactly how much each drag setting is worth. So let's do that. Let's do 12, 8 is 1.5 pounds. So every setting is 1.5. Not sure what's going on there, but anyway, every setting is 1.5. So what do I mean by that? So if you catch a 5-pound fish, that's 1, 3, 4.5. That's 5 right there. 5-pound fish should hold on that. I'm gonna switch over to a private room as well, just for purposes of the video. But each setting is 1.5 pounds. I know that's kind of weird, but that's how you kind of estimate what you're going to catch. Like if you're going to go catch a 10-pound fish, you just kind of do that. A 10-pound would be 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9. So you're gonna go like right there to there for a 10-pound. If you set it too high, you'll break your line. If you set it too low, it'll pull too much drag. So we're going for like 3-pound walleye, so we only need like 1 or 2 settings. I'm gonna go with 3 and see how that works. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break. I'm gonna run outside, have me a quick cigarette, and then we're gonna come in here. We're gonna test out our new setup. I'm super excited about this. We did a lot of farming for it, and we've caught tons and tons and tons of walleye. I'm gonna pull up a 3D fish here just for giggles, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm trying to test my alerts here. I'm getting subs and my alerts are not working and I do not know why. I'm thinking I'm having a conflict here between some of my alerts. Let's go ahead and remove some of these, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to replace a few things here. So let's do this. Let me change my alert real quick. I should turn the music on so there's some sound in the background. Let's see, let me add a stream label, and we will do and we'll fix this up real quick. I'm gonna work on it more later today. That way, hopefully it'll be working tonight when yeah, see, it's still not updating. I'm gonna have to log in and out of everything later today. I think that's what I'll do, because yeah, it's just not, it's not working. But we'll go ahead and we'll keep going. See, my alert box should do, you know, like if I test my widget, it works when I test it, and it worked yesterday. I need someone, I don't know if any of the mods are watching, but if there's a mod watching right now, they need to unsub, and hold on a second, maybe see it here, see it there, nope. I need somebody to unsub, or I need somebody to sub, and we'll see if it's actually working this time, because there's not really much I can do while it's streaming. Yep, nothing there. Notifications, enable, blah blah blah. Does not look like I can change anything there, so we're going to jump back in here, and we are going to test out our new setup. This is exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. I want to see. Okay, so it casts pretty far. That's the only thing about, the only problem I have with casting rods is they don't seem to cast as far as some of the other rods. But this one seems like it'll be okay. And we're going to test out our drag as well. We are going to lose a ton of XP. But we're going to try it. Definitely reels a lot slower. And that bite there. Got another bite there. So we're getting bites, so that's good. So we're going to test out our drag and see if we can set our drag just right on our brand new gear. We got new rod, new reel, new string. It's going to be a good time. If we can land a fish, that's going to be the problem, I think. But if anybody is in here that's new, unsubbed and resubbed, I don't think it'll count a resub. So what I'll do, oh, there we go. Got a bite at 20 meters, or 20 feet. Okay, so it's pull and drag. Still pull and drag. All right, there we go. Perfect setup on our drag there. Everything's staying in the green. Let me remoderate you. See, we lost a ton of experience. That's okay. Let me remod you. It's not going to count a resub. So that's going to be our only problem. It would have to be a new sub. So any new subs, we'll test it then. Which I don't know if I don't know. I don't know why the alert box has been kind of funky. I've gotten, you know, almost 9 subs in one day, and I've heard the alert box one time, and there's something wrong with it. I don't know what the problem is. But if anybody is new in here, we post stuff every day. We do Minecraft Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do Fishing Planet, Retro, and Farming Simulator in between. And we do World of Warcraft dungeon guides as well. We're starting up a Let's Play community on Minecraft. That'll be on console until I can transfer it over to PC. But if there's anybody new and you can hit that sub button for me, that'll be nice. We're trying to get to 100. We went from 76 yesterday to 84 today, so that's awesome. And hopefully our alert box will work and our sub count will work. I think I'm gonna have to log in and out of everything. Oh, that's a trophy. And we pulled very little drag at 5 pounds, and we're only at a couple bars in on our drag meter. So this rod and reel combo is gonna do beautifully at the Everglades. Which hopefully we can get to the Everglades. Today we do need a little bit more cash. I did not want to come back here. Got another one. I mean, if we fill up quick, we're just going to go ahead and shoot to the Everglades. And we'll see. But if I test my widget, it works fine. Maybe I can remove... I don't know. I don't know what to do with the alert box. This might be another trophy. Just plain old walleye. So we're gonna fill up pretty nice. This new rod and reel setup's great. Definitely feeling the fish a lot better. I don't know if I'm setting the hook a lot better. That's kind of like problem right now, is seeing if the setting of the hook is easier, but we're definitely landing them a lot easier. It just sucks I'm losing so much XP, but that'll be okay, because once we go to the Everglades, we start landing them trophies one after another, it's not gonna matter, because you're grinding so much anyway in this game. That's why people always fret about, oh, I got 3 little triangles or 1 little triangle. It's not gonna matter, because you're grinding in this game so much that those 1 or 2 little XPs you lose, don't even worry about it. It's not gonna matter when you're catching, when you're having a fish. Like, this is the 4th day at Emerald Lake. And what is it? What difference does it make? Definitely liking this setup, for sure. Let's see if we can catch a few more. We might go ahead and throw out our bottom rod too, and see how that goes. I think I see what I can do on my alert widget. See a little pause button. Maybe if I pause it and unpause it, maybe that'll work. Dude, I don't know. It's just being so fickle. It's supposed to post the person's name. It's supposed to be a live count, and I actually had to go to YouTube to my own page for it to change. And I don't want to have to sit with a window open of I think I have an idea. Let me reel this in, and I'm gonna look at one little thing here, and I'll troubleshoot it all after we end our stream today, because I'm gonna come back this evening, and we're gonna go into the Everglades this evening. I gotta do some stuff here around the house, or I would just stream straight through. But I gotta actually get out and mow the yard while it's like 60 degrees outside. Let me open my dashboard here. See if that helps. Go to that, go to that. Yeah, see, it hasn't even updated here. So I don't know what what's happening with that? I guess I'll have to um, sign out of Streamlabs and sign back in, sign out of YouTube and sign back in, and go from there. It was working just fine the other day. Today is just, it's really struggling. That's how it is sometimes. So let's get back on this. Oh yes. This is a decent fish. I'm really loving this new setup. We're staying in the green for the most part, and that's what you want to do. Keep your rod and reel set up in the green. If you go into the yellow, you start causing damage, and that's money you have to spend. You don't want to spend that money to repair something, unless you absolutely have to. But we're up to about 17 pounds with this fish. Awesome. 18.1. Perfect. Keep going, I think. Yeah? I missed that one. It's terrible. We'll go into the Everglades tonight for sure. I want to go right now. You know, I want to keep going through. I want to go ahead and fish up what I need to, and just go ahead and jump on that plane and go to Florida. But you know, things got to be done. And that's just the way it is. We've been going live right now. We're well over 2 hours, which is about the average length of my streams anyway. So, yeah. We'll fish up here a little bit more. Try to fill up our net if we can. I'm catching them like 20 feet out. That is crazy. I've never caught them that far out or that close before. Like ever. We do this here. Do that. Maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know. Alright. So we're already up to $1,800 and we still have all night just about. I think the fish are actually a little bit bigger with using this narrow spoon. I want to check to see how far out our other spoon will go. This one actually reels in kind of slow. I wonder if we can turn our speed up too. So we'll try that after this cast. I mean, the numbers are going down pretty slow, and it's already a setting of 2. So we'll do that, and that would keep it from being on the bottom. So that might help. So let's get this reeled in. I'm gonna turn my speed up one more notch, and then see if that makes a difference. The retrieval on this setup is really slow, which is kind of a good thing. Stay in the water a little bit longer. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah, yep. I think that's it right there. I think that's the speed we want, because that was like almost instant. It holds stable in the water really well. Very nice, actually. Our string is a little bit weak. We might go ahead and upgrade our string to the higher weight string. Also, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this is. Another walleye. I think the speed is pretty good. We'll test it again. So let's see. Go ahead and throw this. And test our speed. I'm gonna let it sink a little bit. Yeah, I like the way it's holding in the water. It is coming a little bit faster than normal, or at least it seems like it is, but it isn't. Yeah, I mean that's great. That's a nice one right here. Let's go ahead and pull this one in. And we will see if we get, we might turn up our drag like so. I'm not gonna sit here and fight this, 3-pound fish with a 12-pound setup and have a cool drag. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull him in. So a casting rod and reel with a speed of 3. A trophy chain pickle, that is terrible. We're gonna let that go. Definitely gonna let that go. And it's a 3/4 ounce lure. So if we switch over to a lighter lure, we'll have to probably turn the speed down a little bit. This is definitely doing what I want it to do. It's holding in the water. It is coming a little bit faster than what I like, but it's okay. We're up to 24 pounds. We'll definitely have the money we need to go to the Everglades. So that's awesome. With the new setup, so the bass are not going to give us such a struggle this time. As long as it's not like the first day we went that first day. That's on a stream too, in our fishing playlist. But that first day, whew, let me tell you, don't go to the Everglades with a Lone Star Lake setup. That's all I can say. Oh my god. I think it was like at least 4 minutes per fish trying to reel it in. The trophies were like a fight for your life. I think it took 7 minutes to reel in a unique that we had caught. And then the second day was a lot better because we had upgraded. But it was still kind of rough when we caught trophies, and really rough when we caught those uniques. So this time is going to be a lot different. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try my other spoon here. We're going to test that. So let's switch to my other spoon. This one says it's going to be really short. And I want to test to see what they mean by that. Okay, it is. Wow. That is really short. But as long as we get past 90, it's not going to matter. Because most of the fish bite around 90, and we did. And this one's a little bit lighter, so I can turn my reel speed back down some. We're going to pull this one in. Most of the fish you're going to catch are going to be between 95 and 60. Anything above or below that, you're really you have to get really lucky to catch anything then. Still acts like our reel speed is too slow, which is kind of odd. Kind of odd. I'm going to try this cast a few more times, and what I'm going to do is, now that we've used it a couple times, I'm going to switch back to the back to my old rod and reel, and we're going to use that. We're not going to damage this one. We're already lost 3% of our string and 2% on our rod and our reel, and we don't want to do that. We don't want it to be damaged before we go to the Everglades. So I think that's what we'll do, and it casts a lot further. So let's go ahead and just reel this in, and then we will I'm going to switch to this popper and just put this rod away. Let's go ahead with our aura, and we'll do this. See if we can go a little bit further with this one. It sets the hook a little bit easier. And stuff like that. There we go, got one. I don't think this is a walleye. If it is, I'll be surprised, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't think so. Let's try to fill up as quick as we can, and then we will we'll be done. I think we made a lot of progress. Got all the money we needed. We bought our upgrades, all that good stuff. So that's cool. Very fun. Very fun. Looking at my microphone here, and I can tell you guys are hearing some of the stuff in the background that's going on. It happens. So we're not landing anything here. So we're on the downward, so let's go ahead and wait till I don't know, about 2. That'll be a good idea. This way we're on the upward slope, and that's what you want. And we'll be done soon. It's been a pretty good day. Hopefully we'll fill up. I need to go ahead and cast out my other rod. Try to speed this up a little bit. I don't know why it's so slow right now. But it's okay. Oh, there we go. Finally, a fish. Whew. I'm getting worried there for a second that they all went away. So let's go ahead and set up a rod stand. I might be in the wrong place too. I like to try to stay in the center. I think that might have something to do with it. Let's go ahead and throw out our Creep Pro. We're gonna just launch it, I don't know, probably like right about there. Doesn't have to be very far out. It's kind of a good thing. Like, that's perfect for me. And let's get our other rod and reel set up and just go ahead and try to fish through. Try to fill up as quick as we can. Do a couple taps as it's sinking, like usual. Awesome. I guess when we get to the Everglades, we'll have to I might record that as we stream it as well. I don't know yet. I would like to, so that way we have like a, you know, kind of like a highlight reel. Because usually what I do is I just go on YouTube and I mark a timestamp all the fish that were caught, or all the trophies and uniques that were caught, and that kind of takes time, but it will take less time than editing a video. So I guess it's kind of works out anyway. So yeah. Let's go ahead and try to catch these up. We're at 33 pounds, we're about halfway. Didn't take very long. But I will have to go soon no matter what. So if we don't finish it during the stream, I'll definitely finish it off the stream. So let's see if we can try to catch a couple more. Switch back over to our night board as well. Seem to have really good luck off of that, and we can cast it a lot further. There we go. Perfect. That was at like 140 feet out too. It's kind of crazy. Alright, let's get this one in. Catch a couple more. And go from there. We're at 33 pounds. I don't think we're going to fill up all the way during the rest of the stream. So we'll catch a couple more. And then we'll end the stream. And then we'll be back sometime this evening. Probably later on around like, I don't know, 4:30 maybe. If I get everything done, I need to get done. I have a couple videos I need to edit, but I think I'll do that overnight tonight. And those are part of my World of Warcraft series. So I'm not going to focus too much on those right now. And then tomorrow is our Minecraft. We've gotten really far on that, and I don't know what we're going to do next. I know we got to finish our barn. We gotta get our sheep ready. We gotta go ahead and make our carpet. But that'll be tomorrow. And I'll go ahead and drop a couple World of Warcraft videos tomorrow. I haven't had one of those come out in a while. And I had a lot going on. I've been streaming a lot more lately. I don't want to stream World of Warcraft either. It's very intense. There's a lot going on the screen, so it gets really, really choppy. Nobody wants to sit and watch a choppy stream. So those will all be pre-recorded. I do have the farming simulator I also need to get to, but I'm putting that on hold for now. That's not really, I mean, the market is there for it, and I'm sure if I focused only on it, good things would happen. But I can't drop 5 games to focus on one game. That's just kind of it's not something you want to do. And then we're gonna do a retro on Thursday. Thinking we're either gonna do Contra or we're gonna do Sonic. It's kind of up in the air. I'll probably do a spin wheel on that one. To see what we play. I have a lot of retro games we can play. I can go ahead and continue on my Zelda series. I would like to get, we finished Super Mario Brothers, the original. We finished Super Mario Brothers on the Super Nintendo. So we still have 2 and 3 to do. I tried to do 3, but gosh, I actually wanted to break a controller that day, and we can't have that. There's a couple other games out I would like to try too. I could start an art series, but I won't be able to stream that either. So I'm going to try to avoid anything I can't stream. Because, with our internet connection the way it is, it's difficult to do some of the streams, especially like early morning. It's difficult because of school. In the afternoon, it's difficult because you know, everyone's home and everyone's doing something, you know, on the internet, either playing games or watching movies or whatever. So it makes it kind of difficult then too. I am looking at getting a new line ran, probably in late December, maybe early January. I'm gonna upgrade. I've missed 3 fish because I'm sitting here yapping. 4 fish now. I'm gonna adjust this. We're not getting anything off this. But late January, probably late December, early January, maybe even mid to late January, we're gonna start doing some upgrades, and I'll post all those videos too. We'll record those. I think that would be a good time as well. We're going to well, you know, actually put that a little back on. Whoops. No. Yeah, just use that. But we're gonna do a couple upgrades on the computer, and we're gonna try to get a new line ran, and that'll help out our stream a lot. Just little things, and that way we can have a better quality of streaming. I did get a second monitor, and that has made a massive difference so far. I didn't have to pay for it, which makes it even better. So that you know, helped out a lot for my quality. My quality of life streaming has increased tremendously. I was using a little laptop to try to do everything on with my computer, and they don't connect together, and it was kind of hard to move things around and do specific things. But you know, I'm thinking we'll upgrade our, if you look at our little computer video now, down in the bottom left, we have our main fan that is lit up right now, that light blue. It's so bright. We're going to upgrade that. We're going to put a new cooler on it. We're going to go for the Nzxt, I think it's the X53. They have the Z series out now that have the animated faces on them, but it's like $100 more than the one I was gonna get. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the Nzxt, the X5, the X series. I think it's like $119. It's not very much. That'll increase our temperature load, which means we can increase our graphics, which will make it a lot cleaner in the game. And it comes with more fans as well. So yeah. It doesn't come with RGB fans, but it comes with more fans. And then our next upgrade is going to actually be our internet. I'm looking at trying to get a separate line. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it though, and that's the problem. Because the way the house is set up, they have one feed line coming in. They can run out from the pole into here, which will give me a lot better upload. I'm going to try to go, right now we have, it sucks because you have to use 75%. Our upload right now is only 5 megabytes. And our download is 100. But you can't use all 5. You can't type in your bandwidth at 5,000 kilobytes for a bit rate. You have to use 75% after you test it. Like today's test, I tested it this morning. I test it every day before I stream so I can adjust it every day. I tested it this morning and it was, I think the bandwidth was like 4.2. Or not the bandwidth, the bit rate was like 4.2 megabytes per second, which is just terrible because you can't use that either. You have to use 75% of that, so you have some cushion room for, funky, spikes and everything. And then there's people in the house also that are using upload right now too. So, but I'm going to try to upgrade that to 10 megabytes per second. And then I can upload at, and that'll be solid state coming into me at 10. I won't have to share it with anyone. So I can increase my bit rate to around at least 9,000 to 9,500, which will be triple what I'm doing now. So we'll be able to stream in 60 FPS at almost 1080p. We'll probably keep it down to, what is this? Trophy pickerel? Oh my god. But we'll be able to stream it at, you know, 9500, which will put us into 1080p 60 FPS range, and then I'll be able to stream, you know, the more higher paced games like World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Skyrim. Oh no, I got two on at once. What are some of the other games that I enjoy so much that I can't stream? Our Minecraft streams will be really, really clean. I'll be able to record and stream at the same time then. And then our next upgrade will be probably before the summer next year. Probably end of spring. We'll head into a video card upgrade. We'll upgrade. We have the 1660 Super right now, and I want to upgrade to something a little bit tougher, but I also want to keep my 1660, and I'm going to use it as my recorder while I stream. I'll have one that handles my stream and one that handles the recording. That way we can record while we stream, and then we'll have highlight videos. We'll have, you know, we'll have separate videos to suit the needs of the channel. Like if I'm streaming my World of Warcraft, let's, for example, let me give you guys a quick example. Let's say I have my 10 megabyte upload and we're streaming at 9500 bit or 9500 bit rate. You know, we have a good high quality 1080p stream, you know, 60 FPS, and we're streaming our World of Warcraft, and we're just doing, you know, the random things we do. I can also record it at the same time, and then we can just drop a video of, you know, the dungeons we do, the battlegrounds we do, because I do a lot of battlegrounds. I do a ton of dungeons. I rarely quest, and that's just because I've quested so much. I've been playing that game since 2005, and you know, it gets to a point where you just don't want to quest. It's monotonous, you know. You want me to run over here and get you 10 fish so you can tell me to give it to the guy beside you? Like, come on, man. Like, give me something cool to do. So yeah, we'll do a lot of upgrades, and we'll definitely record all those upgrades into a video. And we're gonna start with our Nzxt X series cooler. It runs about 130 on Amazon right now, US dollars. So by then it'll probably be down to 119. They might have their new series out then, and who knows, the Z series by then might only be like 120, because you know how they are. Everything upgrades like every few months, and that'll help us out with our cooling, because we're gonna have to implement more cooling before we can do anything else. And then we'll do our video card, and then we'll do our processor. Because our processor seems okay right now, but it's only a 6 core and we want an 8 core. That'll be later, I think. Especially when the next gen come out. There's going to be a next gen of, I think like the Ryzen right now has the Ryzen Threadripper, but it's just so expensive. It's ridiculously overpriced. And Intel has the i9 series. I think it's like the 9700 series i9, and it's also really overpriced. And I have the i5 series, and I could upgrade to like the i7 or the i8 and go with that and be perfectly fine. which is probably what I'll do. I'll probably get the i7. The i7 like 9400 would be a very solid upgrade for me. My RAM is very solid anyway. It's a 16 gig right now. I don't see any point in upgrading it till last. Considering most games don't process on memory like they used to, like back in the day, you had your video card, but it wasn't, it wasn't what it is now, where the video cards can process all the memory and everything at once. They would have to, I mean, they still do. They still do put, file or images onto your memory, but not as much as it used to. So we'll probably upgrade that last. So that'll be cool. It'll be a nice little build we'll do. I want to paint the case. You can see it's white in the image. I don't want it to be white. So yeah, I don't know what color I want to make the case. Maybe like a blue, like that blue right there would be nice. You're not gonna notice the video. You're not gonna notice it anyway. I'll notice it. So we'll have to strip it down, and I'm gonna have to clean it out as well. And I'm gonna replace some of the fans inside. I'm gonna go with some RGB fans on the back, where that black fan is that you can barely see. It's in the top left of the corner. That's a fan back there. I'm gonna replace that one. We're gonna put a fan at the very top, and we're gonna get rid of that center fan because it's just it's too much. It's too much going on. It's too big. When we put that Nzxt cooler in, it's gonna make such a difference. Such a difference. So that'll be, I want to say like January, we'll probably start doing all that. I want to get through the rest of the year, and go from there. I don't want to spend any of the money right now, and I'm going to see what Christmas has in store as well. I'm definitely going to ask Santa for a few things related to the computer, and we'll see how that goes. I do have a birthday and I think that was it right there. That was our last fish. Wow, I jibber-jabbered through all that. Do have a birthday right around Christmas too, so I can combine the two gifts into one. But we're definitely gonna start doing some upgrades here pretty soon, and we have to upgrade our internet. I have to get a separate line ran in, and that's just the way it's gonna be. So we're 2 hours and 48 minutes in on our stream. We are gonna leave because we have the money we need, and we're gonna call it at that. And it was a pretty good stream. I'm very happy. Oh, I gotta yawn. Gotta yawn and stretch a little bit. We had a pretty good stream. We completed all the goals we wanted. We have the money we need. We only needed 11,500. We got 13,400, so that means we can stay another day at the Everglades when we do go. I want to look at one other thing before we go. I want to look at some landing equipment for like keep nets and stuff. Which we have the fish cabin at 88 pounds for 14,000, and we have this fish cabin with 66 pounds for 9,000. But we already have a 66 pound now. 88 pounds isn't gonna make much of a difference. I mean, yeah, that's 22 pounds. You're getting what, 1/3 to a quarter more fish. So you're getting a quarter more money. So maybe that'll be our next purchase. Well, let's see what we have unlocking. We're level 23. we have the fish fort extra large or extra small for 18,000, and it holds 154 pounds. So this right here will be our next upgrade. $18,000. Yeah, I could go to Emerald Lake right now and fish one more day and get that $18,000. And maybe that's actually something I might do tonight. Before, well, no, we're gonna stream again tonight. We're gonna go ahead and head to the Everglades tonight. And then tomorrow night, when I'm getting ready to go to bed, because I like to play this game before I go to bed as well. Before I go to bed tomorrow night, we'll get this. It's 154 pounds, man. That's a lot. Especially when you're looking at like what, 200, let's say $200 a fish. Each fish is like 3 pounds, so 154 divided by 3. You're looking at $51 per pound. Multiply that by 154 pounds. See how much we can make. We're looking at $7,900 per day. And if we do that for 3 days, which is our average, we're $23,000. Which is a massive upgrade, because right now, let me write down that number, and I'm going to tell you the difference we can make. That's just a rough estimate. That's not very accurate. And right now we're making like $5,600 a day times our 3 days. We're making 16,000 right now, 16,800, and we'll take that away from our 23,700. So we're gonna make an extra $6,900, which is another day. So really we're saving a day. So I think that'll be our next upgrade, is gonna be the fish fort. And we'll do that. I'll do this off stream. I'll get the money built up, and then we'll buy it on stream. That'll be a pretty good time. But for now, I think we're gonna call it at that. We have everything we need to go to the Everglades. The forecast kind of sucks. So yeah, and the forecast over the next 3 days suck too. So maybe we'll have to figure out a way to not deal with that. But other than that, if you guys aren't subscribers, or if you found this video, go ahead and subscribe for me. That'll help. We're at 84 right now. I would like to try to get to 100 before this weekend. I think we can do it. We need 16 more. We got 7 in one day, and that gives us, it's Monday. We have 5 days, 6 days. I think we can do it. If we we need like 2 to 3 a day. So I think we can do that, man. It would be a big deal for me. Maybe we'll do some kind of special thing when we get to 100 subs. Maybe like a I can't really do a giveaway or anything. We'll figure out something. We'll definitely do something. But other than that, you guys have a good one. Check out our playlist for more content, and stay tuned tonight. We will be back. Probably, I don't know, 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock, and we'll go from there. So you guys have a good one, and enjoy your day.